So another reason the market could be slowing down, I think, is because of the class action lawsuit that was brought against the National Association of Realtors. And that class action lawsuit, in my opinion, made a lot of attorneys a lot of money. And their purpose of this lawsuit was to bring down the cost of housing. Now, bringing down the cost of housing would be related to how agents are paid on the transaction. Traditionally, the listing agent would have a contract with the seller, and they would put in the contract how much money would go to the listing agent, how much money would be paid to the buyer's agent. That has changed. Now, the buyer's agent will have a relationship with the buyer in terms of what the anticipated payment should be, would be, as far as securing the deal. Now, that does not mean that the seller may not also contribute. Whether they call that seller concessions, because we're not going to call it compensation, or that could be another way of getting fees to the buyer's agent, is a whole nother animal. Remember, in real estate, negotiations have always been a part of the payment of commissions or compensation to realtors. That has not changed. The vehicle of getting that done has changed. And we're all having to become familiar with those changes, making sure we document it, making sure the consumer is protected, as well as the realtor is protected. It's not that hard, but there's a lot of change coming very quickly. And I think that also is slowing down the process, because if I'm going to show a property, I want to find out from the listing agent, is compensation being offered? And what is that? And I want to get that from that agent so that I know what to expect in terms of my compensation. And even before that process, I'm going to have an agreement with the buyer that lets them know that this is how I'm normally paid, and this is my expectation of being paid, whether it's on a retainer to show properties, which can be deducted from the final payment or compensation once the property closes, and what the expected percentage rate of that compensation is. It's a little confusing, but it's not impossible. And we've taken all kinds of steps to make sure everyone is protected, including the consumer, the realtor, the seller, and certainly the buyer. Great opportunities for us to learn more about real estate, a great opportunity for realtors to now elevate their status. Attorneys get paid by the hour, doctors get paid by the hour, CPAs get paid by the hour. Realtors are now going to be paid for their contribution to the sale. And that's not a bad change. That's actually a good change in the real estate market.